Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is the 905th Rome Total War Brotherhood game that I've put onto YouTube. And I've labelled this game Death in the Desert, and you'll see what I mean as the battle unfolds. As you can see here, we're fighting this on one of our new custom maps. This is the Persian Desert, I believe it's called. And there where you can see it's very undulating ground on this desert map. But I think if I remember correctly, I think Team 2 has an advantage here. Team 2's on the left here. You can see they got slightly higher ground on this undulating map, and you can see that Team 1 is over on the right side there. So there you are. If you have a look at the slope of the land there, you can see that Team 2 has got an advantage in some parts of this battlefield due to, as I say, the undulating ground there. Okay. Let's say big open plains here. Here's a feature that you don't see on many maps. I just thought I'd show you this just as a matter of interest. Look, can you see they've got a stone feature here? Unusual, isn't it? You don't see that, I don't think, on any other maps there. We haven't actually fought in that area yet. As I say, this is a newer map that we're playing on now. But it seems to be quite popular. There's the big rock there. And as I say, if you look at the ground, you can see that the Team 2 has got the advantage a little bit of the higher ground there. So it's, this map's always a bit of a challenge for Team 1, so it'll be interesting to see how the battle goes. And our first teammate is Brotherhood member TR, who's bought the Britannia faction. Now he's got 11 chosen swordsmen, 3 head hurlers, 1 druid, and 2 chariot archers, and 2 heavy chariots. Okay. Now, quick look at his troops here. You'll see that his chosen swordsmen, if you see, have got 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. A lot of you might not know this, but chosen swordsmen have got the same morale as urban cohorts. Excellent morale. And believe me, with good upgrades, these chosen swordsmen are very underestimated troops. They're good, solid infantry, and used correctly, actually can be battle-winning troops in combination with their allies. Now here you'll see that he just got 3 head hurler units. Remember, those heads are effective against armor and can be devastating. A lot of modern Britannia armies bring 14 head hurlers and 6 maximum cavalry, but he's only got 3 head hurlers. Can you see how these head hurlers carry the heads on their belts there? As I say, very unusual just to see 3 head hurlers there. He's got a druid unit as well. Remember that most barbarian units are pretty low on morale, so to bring a morale boosting unit like a druid unit is a really good tactical move there. Obviously, the more morale you can give your barbarians, the better. This is an unusual unit though, because you can see that TR has got his general within his druid unit there, which is quite unusual there. The chariots here, you'll see that he's got barbarian warlord chariots. Now remember, Britannia's got 2 lots of chariots. They've got the heavy chariots, which I think are about 580 denarii with 3 hit points, or they've got these barbarian warlord chariots that are over 1,000 denarii but with 5 hit points. And to be honest with you, I'd always recommend these barbarian warlord chariots. Yes, they are more expensive, but the 5 hit points really do make a difference. Of course, these chariots don't run amok. Pound for pound, a lot of people would rate these as the best chariots in the game with their 5 hit points, and they don't run amok. So that's the ones I would recommend if ever you bring Britannia. And you see that TR here has got 2 chariot archers as well. These guys fast moving, they can form a Cantabrian circle and can be a real nuisance to enemy troops there. So as I say, he's got 2 of them there and 2 of his heavy chariots. So that's a pretty good Britannia army there of TR's, probably a tried and tested one. Be interested to see how well he uses it. Our next teammate is Brotherhood member JGP. Now JGP's got 3 archers, 11 infantry and 6 cavalry. Now JGP usually brings some pretty good infantry here. If we have, there you are, 7 upgrades, an experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. That experience stripes really does make a difference with your infantry, keeps them fighting longer. He usually got mixed upgrades, there you are, and he's got other units that just got gold shield, gold attack on, which I presume would be his pilot shield units there. So, as I say, he spent his money on his infantry, so I'm thinking probably just gold shield. Yeah, just gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry there. So, that is a tried and tested Roman army there of JGPs. And our next teammate is Brotherhood member Aurelius, who has bought the Egyptian faction. Now he's got 7 Pharaoh Guard spearmen, 6 Pharaoh bowmen, 2 chariot archers, and 4 heavy chariots. Now, on the desert map, Aurelius loves to bring Egypt for the desert bonus, of course. And if you notice here, the Pharaoh guards there, the spearmen, are fully upgraded. 3 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack, plus the desert bonus. And you can see they've got spears, so they're anti-cavalry infantry. But with that, with those upgrades, they'll be good against enemy infantry. And here, oh my gosh, 8 upgrades on the Pharaoh bowmen. Now these got long range, really good defense. They can be excellent light infantry, and pound for pound, most people think these archers are the best in the game. And with 8 upgrades on, oh my gosh, they really are serious there. And here you are, you've got the heavy chariots there. Okay, now these guys obviously are going to get a desert bonus fighting in the desert here. But also they don't run amok, so that's another big advantage there. So that will be Aurelius's tried and tested Egyptian army, and of course all his troops will be getting the desert bonus. Okay, so that can make a difference. Be interested to see how Aurelius uses this army during the course of the battle. And our last teammate is myself, Spartan commander, who's a very infantry based army. It's 16 infantry and just 4 cavalry. Okay, so there's our team. I think it's quite a diverse team actually, because I mean we've got Britannia with TR, we've got Rome with JGP, we got Egypt there with Aurelius, and myself with Rome. So this should be a cracking battle for you to watch. And as I say, you can see the enemy team has got a kind of ground advantage there. So how are we going to overcome that? Or maybe we won't, and the battle will be lost. We'll just have to wait and see. And here is the other team. We have HO7 Punisher. Now HO7 is his medieval Total War 2 clan tags, but Punisher likes to play Rome Total War. Now he's got 6 archers, 8 infantry and 6 cavalry. Yes, 6 archers, 8 infantry and 6 cavalry. There you are, there's his 6 archers there. Now with only 8 infantry, do you think he'll have quite good upgrades on, just gold shield, gold attack on his infantry, which tells me he spent his money on his cavalry, I'm guessing here. Quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry there. Oh my gosh, 1, 2, 3, 9 upgrades, fully upgraded Praetorian cavalry. So that takes him out of the elite bracket into the super cavalry bracket. 3 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. But will 6 fully upgraded Praetorian cavalry make up for just 8 infantry? Well, I guess we'll just have to see as the battle unfolds there. It'd be interesting to see how he uses that army during the course of the battle. Their next teammate is a Brotherhood member, Barclayman here, who's got his, I would say, second faction of choice, Macedon. Now he's got 5 archers, 12 pikes and 3 cavalry. Okay, now if you have a look at his battle formation, you'll see his forward unit here, his pilot shield unit's got no upgrades on at all. Can you see? That's just a very basic unit there to take the pilots, make first contact with the enemy. But the rest of his pikes have got 8 upgrades on, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. Remember, that's the optimum upgrades for a Macedonian royal pikeman there. So quick look at his cavalry upgrades. I'm guessing possibly a 7. Yeah, 7 upgrades, an experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack on his companion cavalry. Remember, we call these guys the winged horsemen sometimes because of those kind of wings on their helmets. They've got a 9 charge bonus, which is pretty massive. So that would be a tried and tested Macedonian army of Barclayman's. Their next teammate is one of our newer Brotherhood members, Royer 35. Now he's got 14 infantry and 6 cavalry. Basically the bog standard 31k Roman army. The only difference that he's got here is he's got an additional eagle unit, okay, in his army there, giving him an additional morale boost. So with his general and the eagle unit there's a lot of morale going on within his infantry there. And their last teammate is a Brotherhood member, Antiope. Now Antiope's got 4 archers, 10 infantry and 6 cavalry. Okay, 4 archers, 10 infantry and 6 cavalry there. And nice to see Antiope back onto Rome Total War. Had a bit of a break for a while, but nice to see him back. And if you look at the upgrades there, you'll see 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack on the cavalry there. So there you are. I think that's a very strong team there, with 3 Romes there at 1, Then you got Macedon, 3 Romes and Macedon. I think that's an extremely strong combination. Okay, at this very, very early stage of the battle here, we've decided we're moving over to our right flank. What we found on this map is that the right flank for Team 1 is a little bit more even ground there. And kind of takes away a little bit of the ground advantage from the enemy team there. So as I say, you can see, of course, I'm right over here on the left flank, and I've now got to run all the way over to the right flank. Nice bit of teamwork here by Aurelius, look, covering my troops as they're moving to stop any interception by cavalry or anything like that. So as I say, nice bit of teamwork there by Aurelius there, covering my my movement over to the other flank. As I say, the last thing you want to do when you're trying to get right over to the other flank is to be intercepted by enemy troops there. So as I say, well done to Aurelius there. You'll see Punisher there. Can you see he's coming round our left flank with his troops? Remember, running in the desert really tires your troops out a lot faster than it would on other types of maps. So, you know, running your troops here, you really have to really think about that, whether you want to do that or not, because as I say, your troops will get tired a lot quicker running in the desert. As I say, all those things are factored into the game there, and I know a lot of players watching this will already know that. And here you can see we're moving our archers forward there. Now the archer battle here is quite important to both teams. Can you think why the archer battle would be important to both teams here? Looking at the factions there, can you think why the archer, you know, winning the archer battle would be quite important for both teams here? As I say, if you just look at the factions, you can see why they're here. You can see TR has got one of his chariot archer units in the Cantabrian circle there. Very difficult for foot archers to kill when either horse archers or chariot archers go into a Cantabrian circle. As I say, very difficult for foot archers to kill. You can see I'm running my troops over to the other flank. I'm always worried about being intercepted. So as I say, running in the desert is not a very good idea, because as I say, your troops do get tired quicker. But when I'm running from the left flank over to the right flank, I'm always open to being intercepted. So the best thing for me to do is to run over there, and hopefully when I get on the other side, be able to rest before my troops actually get into any kind of combat. Right, pause the game for a second here. So if you notice here, can you see that TR is put his slingers forward there to try and target the enemy archers there. His slingers, of course, would be cheaper than the archers, so he doesn't mind if they want to shoot their expensive arrows onto his slingers. And you've got JGP bringing his archers forward as well. As I say, the archer battle is very important, because if the enemy team win the archer battle, then they can target our Britannia ally and our Egyptian ally, whose infantry units are very susceptible to missile damage. Okay, so they'd like to take all our archers out so they could then concentrate their archer fire, as I say, on our Egyptian and Britannia allies there. And of course, if we win the archer battle, we would like to concentrate all our archer fire onto the Macedonian pikes, which of course are very susceptible to missile damage there. So as I say, the archer battle is quite important here. And there's that slinger unit of TR. Of course, because they've got short range, they have to be moved forward quite a lot, which of course then opens them up to fast cavalry attacks there. So TR is going to have to watch that unit quite quickly there, and watch out for any lightning cavalry attack on that particular unit. So as I say here, pause the game for a second. You can see that I've pretty well got into safety now. There you are, there's my army there. Winded, but I would think by the time I get to where I want to go and position my troops by that rock. Okay, if you notice here that the ground is higher here by the rock, so that's where I'd like to position my troops and just hopefully leave them there to rest. I think by the time I get over there, my troops will be tired or very tired. So as I say, I just like to leave them there to rest for a bit. Okay, so as you can see, I've managed to reach the destination I wanted to with my infantry, but if you notice, they're very tired. Okay, they're one step off of being exhausted there, so I definitely don't want to fight them there at the moment. I just want them to rest if possible. Meanwhile, over here, there's a bit of a tussle going on here between Aurelius's Egyptian troops and Punisher there. Make no mistake here, these chariot archer units of Aurelius, he'll be using very effectively against Punisher's troops as he's moving over towards his allies there. And he'll be a real nuisance to Punisher there, because of course I don't think Punisher would be able to catch those fast-moving chariot archers. There's a Pharaoh bowman there, making the most of their desert bonus there. But of course, if you notice here, can you see the elite Macedonian Cretan archers are on quite high ground here? Can you see there? It's, you know, a little bit more higher ground, so their arrows will go further and do more damage there. So as I say, this map is very undulating ground on it, but in general, Team 2 I think has got an advantage. And this is a nice move by Barclayman here with one of his companion cavalry units. Just look what he's going after. He's going after one of JGP's archer units here. It wouldn't surprise me if that damaged archer unit routed on impact. Get ready for this. And bang! There you are. That archer unit routed on impact. You can see JGP now bringing some of his cavalry over to cover the rest of his archers there. Make no mistake, he would like to have captured, caught up to that Macedonian cavalry unit of Barclayman's there, try and take him out. But that was a nice lightning attack there by Barclayman. Here you can see that Royer's put his infantry into Testudo there. I'm presuming he's done that because he might have been suffering some archer damage there. Okay, so if you just pause the game here, so as I say, if you look at my troops now, they're just tired now. When we just looked at them a few minutes ago, do you remember they were very tired? So now they're just resting now, and I just want to leave them there to rest, to get them back to warmed up or fresh before we actually get into any hand-to-hand fighting there. Obviously, as we talked about before, the last thing you want is to fight with tired troops. There you are, you can see Royer's put his unit in Testudo. Those of you that haven't seen this, this is a real Roman formation here. Protects the Roman troops from missiles coming in from above or from the side at all. A very effective battle formation that is, those units in Testudo. And here you can see Punisher now has kind of reached his allies there. But as I say, I think those two chariot archers of Aurelius there has caused him some casualties. If you have a look, remember these are 82-man Roman units there. And these two units here, you can see that one's reduced to 64 there. So you can see that Aurelius has been causing him some casualties. If we look back where that unit has run through there, where you can see the dead infantry there that Aurelius was shooting into the rear. Remember that the rear and flank of any unit on Rome Total War are their weakest points. So make no mistake, Aurelius would have been shooting into the rear of his running troops. But I just say, just look at these Cretan archers up on this higher ground here. They could well win the archer battle for the enemy team. Be interesting to see. Okay, at this stage of the battle, you can see that Barclayman is once again trying to use that companion cavalry unit to take out our archers there. Nice aggressive move there, but he might get caught by these fast-moving chariots. Bang! As those chariots charge into him. Make no mistake, those chariots are probably going to chop that Macedonian cavalry unit out there. You can see JGP's got a cavalry unit in there as well. And my guess is that that particular companion cavalry unit will not rally. It suffered too many casualties. But that was a nice combination hit by TR's chariots and JGP's cavalry there unit on that companion cavalry unit that had been causing problems to our archers there. But as I say, you can see here that Royer's moved his infantry forward a little bit here. And it could be a sign of that he is going to be aggressive in this battle. Okay, at this stage of the battle, you'll see that Royer has moved his infantry forward yet again here, and you can see that Antiope is moving that SBQ or infantry forward as well there. So you can see that if Royer moves forward there, it looks like Antiope is going to back him up. And you can see that Punisher's green Brutii army, remember he's only got, I believe, is it... he's got 8 infantry there, and you can see that he's teamed up with the Macedonian pikes there. Be interesting to see if they're going to move forward as well, like kind of in a line, you know, a battle line with their allies there. It'd be interesting to see if that's what they're going to do there. But as I say, Royer kind of is like leading the charge a little bit there, isn't he? Moving his troops forward there. And as I say, here you can see, I think this is a Cretan archer unit. Yeah, it's shot all its arrows. Like you can see that because they've drawn their swords. And it looks like Barclayman's going to send them in to charge into one of the Pharaoh bowman units there. but I'm guessing that a cavalry unit will probably, there you go, cavalry unit going to smash into them, bang, took them out there, routed them on impact, so that Cretan archer unit there has now been taken out. But as I say here, you can see there's still got a lot of archers left there shooting into us. Once again, can you see Royer moving forward again? Notice he's only walking his troops. Obviously, like we said earlier, nobody really wants to run their troops in the desert because they get tired so quickly. So you can see him moving his army forward there. As I say, he seems to be the most aggressive player in their team. And you can see the Antiope, there's SBQR army is moving forward to keep up with Royer's Julia army. I'll pause the game for a second here. Right, if you notice, my troops now over there on that that higher ground are now fresh. Okay, and if you notice, I'm on the right flank and JGP is on the left flank here. I wanted to show you that. So I'm on the right flank, JGP is on the left flank with our Roman armies, but in the center we've got Britannia and Egypt. Okay, now I'm just wondering whether the enemy team might look at our center as a weak part of our battle line there, as Egypt and Britannia troops are often looked upon as maybe lesser 31k factions. So it'll be interesting to see if the enemy troops, the enemy team, do look at our center as a weak area there and try to push through. I think that'd be interesting to see if that's what they're going to do. If you notice here, I'm just changing the direction of my infantry battle formation there, just looking at Antiope, because if Antiope does try to attack our center there, of course I will then move in on the flank of Antiope's infantry. So as I say, they may well be looking at our center as a weak part of our battle line there with Britannia and Egypt, but we'll wait and see. Royers once again moved his Julii army forward. There you can see our Pharaoh bowman there, still got our arrows left, still shooting at the enemy Cretan archers. If you notice here, can you see there's a lot of Pharaoh bowmen have been killed here, fighting those Cretan archers that of course were on the higher ground there. But you can see the enemy troops gradually moving forward, and as I say, this battle is going to be extremely close. Okay, at this stage of the battle, you can see that Royer's Red Julii army has marched out to face JGP's Blue Scipii army here. I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of pilot exchange in there. As you can see here, both Royer and JGP can be very aggressive when they want to be. And there you are, you can see JGP charging that unit there. Looked like he was going to charge there into that unit. It wouldn't surprise me if you put that unit into Testudo there, and you can see right now, this is quite unusual, I would suggest here. Can you see that TR has brought his Britannia chosen swordsman out in front of JGP's Roman troops? Now we know that chosen swordsmen are really good infantry, but they are very susceptible to missile damage, and what I'm worried about here is that TR's chosen swordsman possibly could suffer a lot of casualties from pilots here before they even get into hand-to-hand fighting. So I can see that TR has put a unit in open order there to suffer less casualty from pilots, but he looks like he's going to run his troops forward. And as I say, those units are not in open order, so they could suffer a lot of casualties from pilots. Can you see his troops he's just hit war cry. Okay, when you hit war cry with barbarian troops, it enhances their attack specifications there. And there you are, you can see those Britannia chosen swordsmen, or a lot of them there, attacking the forward units of Royer's Red Julii army there. That's a really good aggressive move there. Can you see that I've now moved my Scipio army over from that rock over to the right flank now of JGP and TR, and I'm facing Antiope's SBQR army there. So I'm now in the right center, and you can see that Aurelius is now on our right flank, and hopefully we'll stop any flanking action there by Antiope's SBQR infantry there. You'll notice at the rear of our armies there, we've got our chariots and cavalry there, and I think there's some head hurlers of TRs at the back there as well. But as I say here, a very aggressive move there by TR and JGP. Here you'll see Punisher moving a couple of his infantry units around there, probably looking to get in the flank of our teammates there, but there's a lot of chariots and cavalry there that could possibly take those 2 units out. We'll just have to see there. As you can see, Punisher running those units forward, but here you can see those chosen swordsmen of Britannia there fighting those Julii units. A lot of pilot exchanges still going on there. You can still see loads of pilots there by both teams being thrown in there. But as I say, a very, very aggressive move there by TR in bringing his chosen swordsman forward there in front of JGP's infantry there to attack those Julii infantry. Here you can see a couple of TR's chosen swordsmen there attacking Punisher's Brutii infantry there. You can see that those Brutii infantry are getting ready to throw pilots. There you are, can you see? They're going to throw pilots now into those Britannia troops and just threw them in. But it wouldn't surprise me if TR brought a chariot unit over. There you are. It looks to me like he's got a chariot unit locked and loaded there, ready to charge in. JGP may hit them with cavalry as well. Right, let's just pause the game for a second here. So, as I say here, I've moved my battle formation forward there. Can you see I'm trying to take a bit of pressure off of JGP and TR there by moving my battle formation forward there. Okay, and as I say, we got our cavalry in behind it, ready to charge in if necessary. We've got JGP's cavalry there and my cavalry there as well. And as I say, our Egyptian ally there, Aurelius, is holding our right flank, hopefully stopping any thought of the SPQR general of flanking there, because they're running to, of course, those spearmen. Over here you'll see that Antiope has got a couple of cavalry units there loitering with intent. Wouldn't surprise me if Antiope tried to take out some of our archers with that cavalry unit there, or maybe even charging our flank. Okay, but over here you'll see, right the way over here, you'll see it looks to me like the Macedonian cavalry and Aurelius's chariot archers there having a bit of a tussle all the way over there on our far left flank. Okay, but meanwhile back in the center here you can see there that those couple of units of Punisher's green Brutii Roman infantry. There goes that chariot unit. Get ready for this, and bang, as it smashes into the rear of that Brutii. It wouldn't surprise me if JGP sent a couple of cavalry units in there as well. There you go, and both of those units of Punishers have now been taken out there. So that's that's quite good news for us. But meanwhile here you'll see there's a bit of pilot exchanging going on between my army and Antiope's army there. And just looking at the disposition of Antiope's army, I can see that a flanking movement is in Antiope's mind there. Just hope my Egyptian ally stays where he is. Look at this Testudo unit of JGP. He's actually moving into the forward units of Julii there. Just see how that Testudo unit there trying to pierce that Julii infantry there, but not really making inroads too much into that Julii infantry unit. Okay, so there's a general overview of the battle as it stands at the moment. Just look at it, it's quite a condensed battlefield there, isn't it? And as I say, our Egyptian ally Aurelius is stopping the SPQR troops coming around our flank. You'll see I've moved my infantry battle formation closer to TR and JGP, just trying to give them a bit of support there. What I was thinking was I might move my battle formation forward to try and take even more pressure off of them. I just have to see here. Right, you can see Aurelius here moving his Egyptian army here. Now, is he going to stay on our right flank or is he going to move into the center? You can see him moving quite a lot here. Looks like he's going to move into the right center there, or maybe even past my troops. And straight away, can you see that Antiope is looking to flank here? Can you see that? Antiope's SPQR troops, you can see, are itching to flank us there. Here's those couple of cavalry units we spotted over there attacking our archers there, as we thought it might do. You can see I brought my cavalry over to counter those couple of cavalry units there. But as I say, here you can see in the center left here, you can see it's like kind of a really grinding down battle. Now, I'd just like to show you a great move by the Macedonian general Barclayman there. Can you see how he's brought his pike units out here to brace his Julii ally there? Now, if you notice there, can you see that those Macedonian pikes actually are so long, they go past his Julii ally? So our Scipii and Britannia allies here are not just fighting Julii infantry here, they're actually fighting the pike tips of those Macedonian pikemen there. So make no mistake, those pike units put in behind his Julii ally has really braced their battle line there. Going to make it very difficult for us to break through there. That's a really good move there by the Macedonian general. As I say, really bracing that part of the battle line there. And you can see you got another unit there, bit exposed maybe to a hit possibly there, but stopping us from going in on the flank of his allies there. But as I say, I thought that was a really good move to show you there what Barclayman has done with his pikes. Oh, that's good news for us. That pike unit's been routed on the flank here. But as I say, you can see there's a lot of reserve troops, enemy reserve troops there that they can throw into the battle line anytime they want. Okay, if you notice here, I'm moving my infantry battle formation forward there. Can you see how I've moved my battle formation forward? Just trying to take a little bit of pressure off my allies there. But I'm set myself up here for a bit of a hit. You can see our Egyptian ally is moving over to the centre, which means my right flank is now exposed to an SBQR infantry hit there. If you notice here, can you see how Antiope's cavalry is in normal formation, not in wedge formation at the moment, but you can see that the Brutii cavalry is in wedge formation there, which means that he's ready to attack. Just watch out for Antiope's cavalry if they go into wedge formation, because that will mean there will be an attack imminently. Okay, meanwhile over on our left flank there, you can see Egyptian and Britannia chariots working together there. How often or how rare would you say it is to see Britannia chariots and Egyptian chariots working together? You can see JGP's got a couple of cavalry units over there as well. That's a very strong formation there, isn't it? All those chariots and cavalry there to get in possibly behind the enemy troops. Maybe that might be an option that's being looked at there. But as I say, over on our right flank here, you can see that Antiope has bought the SBQR infantry round. Right, can you see Antiope's cavalry has now been put into wedge formation? That, to me, says there's going to be a cavalry hit imminently. Right, you can see a lot of pilers coming into my infantry there. And just look at all that cavalry. It wouldn't surprise me if the Julii general brought his cavalry over, and that's exactly what he's doing. Okay, so you can see the target now is my battle formation. Okay, see all that cavalry locked and loaded. See this SBQR infantry coming in on my right. Make no mistake, my battle formation here is going to be the target for all that enemy cavalry and that SBQR infantry as well. Okay, so oh my gosh, just look at all that cavalry charge bonus is going to smash into my infantry. Now, this is a good bit of teamwork by TR. You can see that he can see what's coming my way. He can see the danger that's looking to hit my infantry, and he's bringing some of his Britannia troops over to help me here, maybe watch my right flank. Okay, but meanwhile in the centre here, you can see a real grind in battle. Can you see here, we've talked about this before, Roman infantry's got a real problem in fighting down long pikes there to kill the man on the other end, but they can get round the flank. Can you see here how they can attack the flank of those pike units there? But you can see the enemy have got reinforcements there, ready to bring in fresh reinforcements there. But as I say, our right flank here, where I am, looks to me like I'm about to be smashed, crashed and bashed here. Just look at the enemy troop. You can see all of them have got their finger on the trigger of those cavalry units there. And as I say, here you can see I've turned a couple of units to face the threat of the SBQR infantry coming in on me. Oh my gosh. You can see that cavalry locked and loaded. As I say, nice move by TR, bringing some of his Britannia chosen swordsmen over here to help me on this flank. If you notice here, I've already got Julii cavalry pushing in on me there. I've got SBQR infantry throwing pilers in on me as well. You can see that Punisher's brought some of his Brutii, green Brutii infantry over as well. Just get ready for this. You can see all the enemy cavalry poised here, ready to smash in to my battle formation here. Right, here comes the SBQR cavalry. Get ready for this. Bang! As they smash in there. Can you see I'm counter-attacking with my Scipii cavalry there? Bang! as my cavalry smashes in to that SPQR cavalry there. But just look at all the rest of that enemy cavalry, that Julii cavalry and Brutii cavalry ready to pour into me there. You can see the SPQR infantry are pushing into my flank at the same time. Oh my gosh, right, here comes the Julii cavalry. Could this be a mass rout of my battle formation now, as this Julii cavalry smashes into me, and bang, as they smash into my infantry formation there. Oh my gosh, all that Julii cavalry smashing into me there. Right, I'm counter-attacking again with my cavalry into those Julii cavalry there. You can see, oh my gosh, here comes some more enemy cavalry coming in on my flank. Oh my gosh, and bang, as they charge in. Can you see JGP counter-attacking with his cavalry here as well? Well done to JGP and TR, they're both in there helping out as best they can. But just look at the odds against my battle formation there. Oh my gosh, just pause the game for a second here. So, there you are, you can see my units are still holding. I'm kind of like the anchor of the team at the moment, but I'm hit by Julii infantry. Brutii infantry, Brutii cavalry. I'm being hit by Julii cavalry and Julii infantry as well. We got SPQR cavalry and SPQR infantry charging in to my battle formation there. Great support by JGP with his cavalry there. Here you can see some more Brutii cavalry charging in there, but you can see that TR has got one of his chariot units involved there. TR has brought a lot of his infantry over here as well. There you are, you can see some of his chosen swordsmen he's brought over to try and help on this flank. And as I say, JGP's cavalry is really doing well here. But oh my gosh, what a massive hit that my battle formation has just taken there. There you are, you can see a TR is just hitting Warcry with some of his infantry units there to enhance their attack specifications. But oh my gosh, just look at how many of our units have been routed here from those cavalry hits. Loads of my units, JGP's units, Egyptian units of Aurelius here have been routed as well. Just look, I mean, is this going to be a chain rout? Could this be a chain rout of our entire armies there? Oh my gosh. And over here, look, on the left flank, you will see the enemy making inroads there with those Macedonian pikes moving forward. You've got the head hurlers here of TR. Remember, he's only got 3 head hurlers. There's one of the heads that he's thrown, effective against armor. They will cause a lot of damage to enemy troops, but only 3 units. I don't know how much damage that can cause, but you can see the enemy really pushing in to my allies there. There's fresh units here, look, fresh full units of enemy troops ready to push in there and smash our left flank and left centre. Oh my gosh, just look at the massive impact here on our right flank. I just can't believe there that you know how much impact my battle formation has taken there. But great support by TR and JGP is helping me to hold. There's another Brutii cavalry unit charging in like a bang as he smashes in there. Oh my gosh, just look at all that cavalry smashing into us there. I can't believe that my infantry is still managing to hold. If you notice, JGP's brought his infantry general across as well to give my troops extra morale. Nice move there by JGP, but you can see there's one of my Eagle units that's just been routed, so I'm losing morale there with that unit being routed. But just look at that Julii cavalry really pushing into me here. But you can see that Aurelius has brought some of his chariots over, and the Britannia chariots have already been involved. JGP's been charging his cavalry in, pulling his cavalry back out, charging them back in, getting the full cavalry charge bonus there. As long as my general is still alive, and I've got another Eagle unit there as well, that's giving morale bonus to my troops. But you can see that Julii cavalry really pushing in. You can see Punishers. Oh my gosh, even the Macedonian generals brought some pike units over here as well to try and break my infantry formation there. But oh my gosh, just look at all those enemy troops pushing in on my battle formation there. And just to say, really well done to my allies there in helping my battle formation managing to hold there. But oh my gosh, I can see several SPQR units routing. Right, here goes JGP's cavalry, and bang! If we can just rout that SPQR general, great. We've just routed the SPQR general now, so they've lost that general morale bonus. Oh, that's really good news for us. You can see some of the enemy troops starting to rout now. Yeah, and now we've routed that SPQR. I mean, that was a great cavalry charge there by JGP. And don't forget, as I say, the fear factor that the Britannia and Egypt chariots are bringing to the enemy troops as well, dropping their morale. You can see that some of the head hurlers there, and I think he got a Woad warrior unit in there as well, is also charging in there for Britannia. So my allies here are really helping me hold on this right flank. As I say, I think my infantry battle formation has been kind of like the anchor of the team, with my allies helping me to hold. Here you can see Brutii infantry and Macedonian pikes really pushing in, trying to break, as I said, our left flank and left centre. If they can break us there, they can bring all those troops over there to our right flank and maybe finish us off. That's possibly what they're thinking there. But oh my gosh, just look at there's great use of the chariots there. Can you see the Britannia chariots and the Egyptian chariots working together here? They may well chop up enemy cavalry there. I can see some red Julii cavalry there. But you can see a lot of enemy troops starting to rout now. At the rear, can you see, as I say, Aurelius and TR's chariots there chopping up the enemy Julii cavalry there. Just look at those Britannia chariots and Egyptian chariots working well together there to take out the Julii cavalry. So nice teamwork there by TR and Aurelius there in taking out that Julii cavalry. Well done to them. Nice move by them. And over here, as I say, you can see there's some Julii infantry there, still fighting there. And as I say, you got the Macedonian troops pressing in there, the pikemen there. But can you see, frightened by chariots? So don't forget, don't underestimate the fear factor that chariots bring to enemy troops, dropping their morale, making them more susceptible to routing here. As I say, I've got TR's infantry units in amongst my infantry units there, still holding after those massive hits there by enemy troops. Nice hit here by JGP's cavalry, charging in, and bang, as he smashes in there. Sadly, I've lost all my cavalry, but I've still got a few infantry units still managing to hold. That was a nice cavalry hit there, routed the Brutii general as well. So that was a good move there by JGP. And we've killed the Brutii general as well now, so we've taken general morale bonus there away from the enemy troops. So, oh my gosh, we've done really well there on the right flank. As I say, I can't tell you how good my allies are at getting over there and supporting me on that right flank. Somehow we managed to hold there. Now, if you notice here, I'm going to move my infantry away from those Macedonian pikes. I don't want to even think about taking those Macedonian pikes on head on. I'm going to try and get in behind them if I can. Here you can see JGP doing another cavalry hit on Punisher's Brutii infantry. Right, so from what I can see here, I think we've taken out all of Punisher's green Brutii army. I don't think there's any left there at all. And I think we've taken out possibly all of Antiope's SPQR units as well there, I think. So the only enemy troops that are left are the Macedonian pikes and a couple of Julii units there. So that's good news for us. But if you look at our troops, we are so battle depleted. I think if that Macedonian general forms a defensive formation up there, we could be in real trouble here. Oh my gosh. We know that chariots are killed really quickly on pikes and spears there. So TR and Aurelius are going to have to be very, very careful with their chariots there. You can see here, I'm going to pull my infantry back. Going to try and do a bit of micromanagement, sort my battle formation out with the battle damaged troops that I've got left here. You can see that the enemy Julii general is in the center of that Macedonian defensive formation there. Okay, so let's just look at this battle formation there. It could be quite difficult for us to penetrate. As I say, we've done well to hold as well as we did, but we've got very battle depleted troops here. And you can see here that those pikes there, you know, the long pikes of Macedon with the good upgrades they've got on, very difficult for us to do anything about that. Now here you'll see that the enemy Julii general is still alive. Now that's bad news for us, because of course he's giving general morale bonus to the not just his own troops but to the Macedonian pikes as well. So he's, as I say, that's good general morale bonus for those Macedonian pikes there. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Macedonian general's alive as well. I haven't seen the Macedonian general killed there, so yes, I can see the Macedonian general there as well. So they've got the Julii general and the Macedonian general both still alive. So they'll be giving a good morale bonus to their troops there. Okay, and as you can see, our troops are so battle depleted here. How the heck are we going to be able to attack this formidable Macedonian battle formation there? And as I say, with the Julii general and Macedonian general still alive, giving that that morale boost to those troops there. I'm not quite sure. I mean, if you were in our team looking at this Macedonian defensive box, can you see any way that you would attack with battle depleted troops? As I say, we've got the chariots there, so you know, they will lower the morale of the enemy troops, but the chariots would die really quickly on the pikes. As I say, TR and Aurelius need to be very careful how they use their pikes. Oh my gosh, Aurelius's Egyptian chariots getting a bit close to those pikes. What? Oh my gosh, what's going on? What? Oh my gosh. What? I'm not quite sure what Aurelius was hoping to achieve there, but I can see a lot of his chariots just got taken out on those pikes there. Wasn't quite sure what happened there, but anyway, as you can see, that defensive box there of the Macedonians and those couple of Julii units are going to be very difficult for us to break. As I say, I have hardly got any infantry left, and what I have got left is very battle depleted. You can see our Britannia allies infantry very battle depleted. I don't think JGP has got any infantry left at all, as far as I'm aware. And our Egyptian ally hasn't got any infantry. All he's got is chariots there. But of course, as I say, the chariots will be affecting the morale of enemy troops. But as I say, if you look at that Macedonian defensive box and just look at the troops that we've got left, what chance have we got to you know, to do anything against that Macedonian boxer? Okay, JGP's got his cavalry, but we know that those Macedonian pikes are very strong anti-cavalry, anti-chariot pikes as well. So I'm not really sure how we're going to break this Macedonian box. As I say, all of you viewers looking at this, how would you go about attacking this Macedonian defensive box? I think it's going to be incredibly difficult for us. As I say, we got the chariots there to lower the enemy morale, but as for attacking, I'm not sure. Okay, at this stage of the battle, can you see that I've put one of my units into Testudo? And you can see that JGP has put his general infantry unit into Testudo as well. And we're just slowly moving those units in Testudo into these pikes. This is a classic Roman move that you don't see very often these days, of where Roman troops will be put into Testudo and then kind of moved in to try and push through enemy pike units there. Can you see that Testudo unit trying to push through there? And you can see JGP's unit in Testudo trying to push through there as well. Just kind of annoys the enemy troops. Oh my gosh, there's another chariot unit there that Aurelius has just charged in, and I think, oh my gosh, he just lost a lot of chariots there on the pikes. Okay, but here you can see that we're starting to throw units in against the Macedonian box. There's a cavalry going in like a bang as they charge in there. If we can just get a few of those Macedonian pike units to start routing, we could get a chain rout going here. Right, I'm going to send my infantry in as well. There's what's left of my infantry charging in as well, like a bang as they charge in. Oh my gosh, we've managed to get a mass rout of the enemy troops there. And there you are, you can see the cavalry and chariots charging in there as well. Oh my gosh, so we managed to break that defensive box with very, very depleted forces there. If you look at the battlefield, it is quite a condensed battlefield here. If you look, can you see there a lot of dead Brutii, I think archers there. As we move across the battlefield here, you can see the intensity of the fighting as we start moving more into the center of the battlefield here. I can see lots of SBQR dead there. and Scipio dead. My troops there, because this is where my troops I think was trying to hold there. You can see as we move across the battlefield, just look at the dead there. I mean, it's just, as I say, a very condensed battlefield, wasn't it? There, you could see that there as we move across the battlefield there. In amongst those bushes there, you can see the dead lying around the bushes there as we move across there. Oh my gosh, very, very condensed there with loads of dead there, as you can see. Very, very, very intense battle. Do you reckon this is going to be close or average, do you think? But as I say, we've managed, our team's managed to go on to win the battle there. If you look at the troops, as a Macedonian general just been good. If you look at the troops that we've got left, I mean, we've just got very, very battle depleted troops left at all. I mean, if you look at, I think the Britannia troops there and the Egyptian troops, I mean, we've still got Britannia and Egyptian troops left there, but as obviously very battle depleted. You'll see that JGP and myself have still got troops left there, but very, very battle depleted here. And as I say, this battle could have gone on, you know, right down to the wire, which it did there. Lots of chariots there. We saw those chariots get taken out earlier, but I think that's the Julii general's just been killed there as well. So as I say, it looks like our team has just gone on to win the battle there. The first thing I'd like to say is really well played to everybody in the game. I thought everybody played really well there on both teams. Great movement. And as you can see, it was a close victory there. How rare is it these days to get a close victory? Very, very rare these days. So that's one reason I want to show this battle, to, you know, for a close victory. Highest kills in the game goes to Brotherhood member JGP. 1,796 kills, nearly 1,800 kills. So well done to JGP. Great kills there. Well deserved. I thought he supported well, held well. Well done to Antiope there. Got some good kills as well. 1,300. I mean, that's pretty good. Royer got over 1,000 kills. So well done to him as well. If you look at Barclayman's Macedonians, look, highest kills in his team with those pikes. He handled them very, very well there. And well done to Punisher as well. Got some good kills. So really well played, guys. That was great battle. Really well done. My kills, well, I've just scraped over 1,000, but I was surprised I got 1,000 because remember, RTW rewards good kills for good aggressive play. And remember, I was kind of like the anchor of the team. I was just defensive for most of that battle there. So that's why I've got only just over 1,000 kills there. Well done, as I say, to JGP, highest kills in the game. But what I'd like to draw your attention to is Aurelius' Egyptian army. Second highest kills in the game. Just look, 1,745 kills with Egypt. A lot of people class them as a lesser 31k faction. And well done to TR with his Britannia army too. Really good kills with them as well. Now, who got the faction advantage here? The enemy team have got Rome, Macedon and Rome. I think that's a really powerful team there. We've got Rome, Egypt and Britannia. So do you think that either team's got faction advantage there? But I'd just like to draw your attention once again to the Egyptian kills and the Britannia kills there. A lot of people might look at those factions as maybe lesser 31k factions, but just look at those fantastic kills that they've got there. So, you know, and as I say, a close victory, very rare these days. Please leave your thoughts in the comments. I'd like to read what you think about this battle. And please give us a thumbs up as well if you enjoyed it. This is Spartan Commander saying, looking forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.